Good afternoon, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Siston Common. We're starting our walk here today from these bird crested fields up onto the cycle track and on our way up to Bitton railway station. There's no trains running today, but I thought it's a nice little walk and I felt some air. So the cycle track just up there. I mean, you can cut into it that way, but it's kind of nice right there, so we're going to start it there. Oh. This route is not far from the Drownway footpath. That's one little part of it just along there. I keep saying this, I'd love to do it one day. It's 9 miles in total, but I haven't yet quite found the exact route, but one day. This place used to be a little farm shop. Used to always get our potatoes from there, but it's long since closed up. Shame really. So if you go that way, you head towards Mangotsfield in the centre. I've never walked all the way in that direction. And if you go this way, and turn right at the end of this path, you head towards Walmley and Bath. We're not going to go all the way to Bath today, maybe one day in the future. So Siston is in that direction, and we are heading in this direction, off towards Walmley. See, here's another part of the Drownway footpath. It kind of goes all over the place, which is why it's so difficult to find. So this path is actually part of the Drownway footpath. It kind of intersects the main path occasionally. One day we'll walk the whole route. I said this so many times over the last few years. One day I will walk the whole route of the Drownway, because it's quite interesting. Seeing, I think it's where the coal came from Coalpit Heath down into the River Avon. So it's quite an interesting walk. One day. You can almost tell it's not quite spring yet. So all the wood is still, all the trees are still bare. But you can hear the birds chirping. So as you can see, it's quite a flat path, but what I do love about this walk is that it's kind of, the views do kind of change a little bit. So we've gone coming out of kind of a clear area into an area kind of arched with trees. During the summer, this looks full of green and lush. It's really cool. As you can tell, it's a path that's very popular with cyclists and runners, because obviously it's the cycle track. Makes it. So we're just approaching the Walmley waiting room, and they do a really nice hot chocolate here. I mean, first there's an entrance to the country park which walks through that way, but it's also become this way. You come to the TARDIS toilet, otherwise known as the TARDIS. I really love how this place is just really nicely themed. I've got these lamp posts up here as well, and plant pots. It's really cool. And they also have these kind of statues, not really statues, but pieces of art to show people waiting on the station. It's a really nice station. Anyway, on the opposite side of the road of the Walmley waiting room is the Walmley signal box. It's open 2 to 4 p.m. most Saturdays. I've never really been in it, but you can kind of see kind of what's up there from down here really. The gardens are also open as well. Oh, and yes, I also bought hot chocolate. I also bought a Aussie Crunch, because they're very nice as well. So this is the St Ivor Way footbridge. It was staggers me how well these just stay up, just because that keystone brick in the middle. I just wonder who thought of that. Some clever person, I'm sure. But yeah, it's a very popular footpath with pedestrians, obviously cyclists, it's a cycle track, and families. It's just a really nice, peaceful, strolling walk that isn't strenuous at all. It's good. And this here is a water fountain, believe it or not. Actually, I don't think it's worked for quite a long time. But yeah, just say drinking water. And from here, we are apparently 8 miles from Bath. One day I will show you the walk entirely from Bitton Station to Bath. I'll continue the walk. It's a nice walk down there, although it gets a bit confusing at the end. So one thing to note about this walk, roads do intersect here at several points. You know, it is a cycle track route, so it has good connections with the road. It's seen as a positive. But instead of them being kind of just off little side paths, they do kind of cut right through the path. So just a little something to be aware of. I mean, this road, for example, it's not a very busy road, but something to be aware of. Ooh, someone's left a pram just by the bin. Not sure that's supposed to be there. This bridge I actually do particularly like. You'll see when we get under it. I think a lot of the mosaics are worn off. But look! Especially on that side. They look really cool. So the sun is just trying to break through the clouds as we approach Old Common Station. So one interesting thing to note about Old Common Station is Avon Valley Railway, which is the heritage railway organisation that owns and manages this line. They're planning to return Old Common Station to how it would have been at some point in time. I can't remember the year exactly, but at the point it last ran as a proper station, they're planning to return it back to that, which is quite cool, which would be quite nice. At the moment, these lights are a little bit, they're showing their wear and tear. Like I said, there's no trains running today. They were running over half term, and they're running again from, I think, middle of March-ish. So when we do that walk from Avon Valley to Bath, we'll show you the trains then, because they're quite cool, especially the steam ones. You can hear them chugging along. It's very atmospheric. Oh, and this path follows the complete path of the Avon Valley Railway. There's 3 stations: Oldham Common, Bitton, and Riverside, I think it's called, the other one. This is probably one of my favourite parts of the path, or this section of the path anyway. So you can kind of see the railway curve out into the distance, and on the right hand side you can actually get to Willsbridge Mill somehow. I've not actually worked out the route yet, but it is possible. I also believe it's part of the old tramway path as well, that bit of road. Yeah, that last bit of path we just walked on was part of the tramway, and the rest of the tramway goes that way. And I believe you can get to Willsbridge Mill that way. See what I mean? It's just lush, it curves away, under the bridge, the trees. Just imagine it when there's a steam train coming around the corner. Love it so much. Like this old train part and railway stuff on the side of the road, on the side of the road, side of the tracks. They're not very wide when you look at it, are they? Just look at these cranes. They're like kind of smaller versions of the one you see on Bristol Harbour. Still very impressive. And we're approaching Bitton Station. Like I said, there's no trains running today, but you can still wander through and see the rolling stock they do have here. It's not all of it by any stretch of the imagination, but it's pretty cool. So this is a map of the path. We've literally done a very, very small part of it. We're here now and we've come from around about there-ish, which you can't see. One day, I have done it before, we'll kind of walk all the way down into Bath. It's quite a nice walk on a nice day. Thank you so much for doing on this walk to Bitton Station. I don't know which video to recommend to you next, so I recommend the video there, and I'll see you next time.